Good evening. My name is Daryl Edwards, and welcome to Prevention Live. I'll be on the air for the next 20 minutes, and we're going to discuss a little prevention education. I do have my associate here.
How's everybody doing? My name is Eric Edwards, and I'm with Prevention Partnership, and I teach the Bassett course as well as financial literacy course. And we're going to have a great show, so I know you guys are going to like it.
Okay, I want to give you a little information while we get started up here. We're going to talk a little bit about what exactly the Bassett Program is, why it's important, and then I've got a short video that I'll play for you. I think it'll be real interesting. Well, Bassett is the Beverage Alcohol Seller and Server Program. It's been conducted for the last, I'd say about 7, 8 years at the Prevention Partnership. We're on the west side of Chicago. We conduct our training at the Oak Park Library. And if you're calling in, or, we'll give you some more information. And if you're not busy Saturday at the Oak Park Library, we're having our next class actually on June the 29th. It's going to be from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. So if you're interested in getting your bartender training, you want to work at a restaurant or a server, you want to make sure you either give us a call now for the next 20 minutes, because we can't keep doing this all day.
You sure can.
And if you can get a hold of us, either at the number on the screen, I'll play it back again, the main number. And if you may want to sign up by Saturday, we still got seats available. The class is free, and you become a licensed bartender, or you can work as a server, liquor stores, things like that.
Got a question, Daryl. How long
Sure.
is the license good for? So if I was to come to the class on Saturday, and the class was like 4 hours, right?
Right,
Okay.
right.
So I sit through the class for 4 hours, and then I get my certification. How long is the certification good for?
You're certified for 3 years.
3 years,
So you can
okay.
work anywhere in the state of Illinois for 3 years.
Okay,
A bartender, restaurant, like your Olive Gardens, places like that, Red Lobsters, place like that.
Yeah.
That's all you need to get started. In 4 hours, and you're all set, and you can go out, find a job, and hit it.
Okay. Can you do anything else once you get Bassett certified? Like do like catering type stuff?
Oh, sure. Like some people, some people bartend.
Okay.
They actually work behind the bar.
Right.
Now, you need to be 21 to work behind the bar.
Right, okay.
But if you're a waiter just out on the floor,
Yeah.
bringing drinks from the bar to the customers and things like that,
Mm-hmm.
taking orders and stuff like that, you'd only have to be 18.
Only 18, okay.
So if you're a younger person and you're not exactly 21 yet, that's a good way to get started.
So I could basically be 18, get Bassett certified. I just can't be behind the bar.
can't be behind the bar.
But I could work in the restaurants and,
Right.
and stuff like that. And I can bring like the drinks
Yeah,
to
you
the
can bring
customers.
food, drinks
Right, okay.
to the customers, and then
Right.
when you hit 21,
Then I can go behind the bar.
yeah, you can go behind the
and I
bar.
can
You
start
probably got a couple years
mixing the
experience.
drinks.
Yeah.
Okay.
You probably have a little experience by then.
Right,
And it's
okay.
perfectly legal to do it at 18, as long as you're not behind the bar. You need someone 21 to be behind the bar.
Okay. And this class is free,
It's totally free.
no cost.
No cost. There used to be, they made the class mandatory, and people just had to pay
Mm-hmm. Right.
to take this class, or you couldn't work.
So I got a question. So if the class is free, like who's basically like financing all this? I mean, how are you all able to offer the class for free?
Okay.
Not charge anybody. I mean, who's covering the expense?
Well, Bassett is covered by the Illinois Department of Transportation, and one of the reasons why they're sponsoring this class is that we know that drinking and driving is a serious problem.
Yeah.
In the state of Illinois, over 10,000 people a year are killed in the United States just in traffic fatalities.
Right.
So if you're a bartender or you're a server, whether you're a bar proper or maybe it's just a restaurant and people are just having dinner, in the state of Illinois, the bartender is responsible for letting drunk drivers out onto the street.
Right. So if I'm in your place of business and I'm drinking, then you're responsible for all your customers.
Exactly,
Yeah, okay.
exactly. So for one, you don't want the liability.
Yeah.
Of course, the drunk driver is responsible,
Right.
but the bar or the restaurant is responsible.
Right. Because that's where they went to get drunk.
That's where
and
they
you
went to-
gave them the drink.
And you gave them the drink.
Right.
And it's against the law to give a drink to an intoxicated person. So you have to cut them off
Right.
Before they get drunk, legally drunk.
Right. And call them an Uber or Lyft
Yeah,
or
call them
something.
an Uber, have someone pick them up,
Yeah.
but just don't let them go without trying to do some type of intervention to stop them.
Right.
But a little bit about the purpose. Well, again, like we just talked about, the purpose is to provide information to these sellers and servers about some of the effects of alcohol. And we want also to provide, our bartenders with some necessary development techniques. For example, one of the hardest things to do is if you're actually in a bar and you're serving alcohol to different people. Some people find it very hard to cut people off.
Right.
I would say, excuse me, sir, excuse me, ma'am.
What?
What's
going on, man? What's the problem? What's the problem?
It seems here like you may have had, maybe one too many.
Oh man, I only had a couple.
Well, I'm
Come
sorry,
on,
sir,
man.
but by Illinois state law, I can't serve you any more alcohol. Now I can get you a coffee, a soda, something else. Water, you don't have to go, but I cannot keep giving you more alcohol. It's just state law. I'm sorry.
Okay, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I understand. You're
Right.
looking out for me, right?
Yeah, most people, they don't have a problem with that, but
Right.
that's your first thing you do. Now, another thing you can do also, too, is you can count the number of drinks that you're giving people.
Right.
In the class, we'll teach you how to count drinks. It's not an exact science, but you should be, if you're a decent bartender or a decent server, you should be able to tell when that customer is kind of getting a little buzz.
Yeah.
You may want to keep serving them, but when you get that feeling,
Especially when you come over and say, "You guys doing okay? Need anything else?" And they're like, "Oh."
Exactly.
You're like, "Okay, he might have a little too much to drink here."
sort of like like sort of these like young people, sitting here. They're just sitting there and enjoying a couple brewskis, but if they drink too much, things are going to get out of hand.
Right.
So we gotta know how to be able to control that type of stuff. As I mentioned before, it's Illinois state law requires everyone who works in the establishment be certified. So if you're going to work in this field, you're going to have to come out and do it anyway. So why don't you come on out and get it for the next 3 years? Now, keep in mind, too, that we are live on the air. The number is at the bottom of the screen, 312-738-1060. Just give us a call. We'll answer all your questions now, and then a little later on, I'll show you back our regular number. You may want to jot that one down if you want to find us, in the next couple days or so.
Right. And like we always say, give us a call because, Daryl, we can't do this all day.
We've only got a limited number of minutes, so we'll try to get you a little bit back more information. Now, some of our objectives, we want to educate, we want to train, we want to stop driving under influence or drunk driving, because that's a big problem. We also want to stop underage drinking in our community. Matter of fact, I'm going to play you a little tape about underage drinking, and if you can just sort of give them a little more information, Eric, while I set this up.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. Again, guys, if you got any questions, give us a call at 312-738-1060. That number's at the bottom of the screen. And no question is too stupid. So don't feel like, I don't know if I want to ask them that. Hey, that's what we're here for. Call. You have any questions about the program, how the program works, some of the content of the program, like what's the structure of the program, is there an exam, how many questions on the exam, how hard is the exam? No question is off limits. Give us a call and we'll answer all your questions, and definitely take care of you. So again, that number is 312-738-1060. And, we've been doing this for a long time, about 7 or 8 years. We are certified with the state of Illinois, so it is a state certified program. This ain't no knockoff Bassett program. It's an official state of Illinois certified beverage seller server program. Once you take the actual Bassett class, you will be certified with the state of Illinois for 3 whole years. Daryl is the master instructor. I'm also one of the instructors. We have Beverly that works with us. She's fantastic. She's one of the instructors. Everybody is friendly, and you will love the class. Trust me.
Okay. Well, I think I got this set up. Let me try to get things going. Now, this is an interesting film. One of the things we also do is, well, we work with high school kids from a local community out in Austin, and we train them, in the art of making sure that their friends aren't out there drinking and things like that. So what they did was put together this little film, and it's pretty interesting, and I think you'll like it. Let's see if I can get it going here for you. And
They won.
let's see.
After the game, some of the players decided to go back to Troy's house to celebrate.
All right, good game today, y'all. I mean, we did good, so we're gonna go back to my house and celebrate.
Hey, bro, man, let's get wasted tonight. Let's get this fifth of Hennessy and celebrate our big game the right way.
I mean, man, you know I don't drink. Plus, I don't know how it's gonna affect my next game.
What you mean you don't drink?
I mean, I don't drink.
Bro, we need to get this fifth of Hennessy and turn up the right way. Plus, we old friends. We won't give you none of the harm you.
You know what? Yeah, all right, man. I'm gonna drink tonight.
Ah, yes. Man, we finna turn up the right way.
All right.
Alright.
2 hours later, Troy got really drunk, and the party continued. Everybody had red cups in their hands, dancing to the music, and laughing at how drunk Troy is. Troy liked the way that he felt when he drank, so this became regular for him. A few weeks later, Troy's coach noticed that Troy was not acting like himself, and he was being very aggressive towards the other players. His performance was also slacking.
Hey Troy, I've noticed you've not been yourself lately, and I got a question to ask you, but don't take it personal. Have you been using alcohol?
That's none of your business, coach. I mean, we playing a game of football. That's all that matters.
It's a simple yes or no. Don't lie to me. I'm trying to be fair here.
I mean, I'm your only star player. You need me.
All right, you're out for the whole season. You need to get yourself together. Alcohol is a drug, and you are consuming it. Alcohol damages the brain cells. Your vision may be impaired. There may be difficulty concentrating, slow reaction to things. Now, all of this is going to interfere with the game, and I just can't afford to have this right now. So we as a team cannot afford to have someone like you slacking off. So until then, you'll be sitting on the sidelines.
But coach, no, please don't do this to me. I love football.
Troy, you need to get some help. You need to get some help real quick. So until you can prove to me and yourself that you are in it for the season and your future, then you can play. Until then, see yourself out, Troy.
After school, Troy decides to see the school counselor.
Come in. Hi, Troy. How are you?
I'm fine. Can I talk to you, Miss Megan?
Sure. Sit down. What can I do for you today?
Well, coach told me I can't get back on the field until I get things together. I have an alcohol problem, and I've been drinking for a while now. It's been affecting my performance on and off the field.
Okay. Well, do you want to get better, Troy?
I mean, of course I do. Coach made me realize that I have a future ahead of me, and he told me all the things that alcohol can do to me. I mean, I'm just not ready to give that up.
That's good, Troy. You have taken the first step and admitted that you have a problem. Now all you have to do is prove to everyone else that you can get through it. We are going to have to inform your parents, but I will make a referral to the Teen Anon group. It's a group of teenagers that have troubles with drinking alcohol. Hopefully this will help you become the star football player that you are.
Thank you, Miss Megan.
You're welcome.
Troy completed all his Teen Anon classes and continued to see Miss Macon weekly. Coach finally put Troy back on the team once he proved to him that he was a new and improved Troy. Troy won a full scholarship to the Florida Gators, and he is a star quarterback for the team. Troy apologizes to the coach for his behavior. They shake hands, and the coach welcomes him back to the team.
Welcome back to the team, Troy.
Glad to be back, coach.
All right. And
That was a pretty good movie, Daryl. Pretty good movie.
Oh yeah, which like I say, it was shot by some of our students, and so we not only teach them bartenders and stuff like that. We also teach young people out in some of the high schools and things like that. It's important to know about like some of the dangers of alcohol. We sometimes tend to think, Eric, that because we're adults, we can go out there and just drink like crazy and nothing's going to happen to us.
Can't do that.
You can't do that. I mean, I'm over 50 years old, they said, and I know, so with some of the dangers of alcohol. I mean, you got health problems, stomach, liver, things
Right.
like that after years and years. So even though if you're way over the legal limit, drinking too much alcohol is just not good.
Right, it's not good for the body. You
Right,
know.
right.
And I think what people have to understand too is, there's certain levels and amounts of alcohol that
definitely.
you can take in that will basically like increase the intoxication.
Oh, yeah.
And with 0.8, you're technically like intoxicated if you
Right.
blow into a breathalyzer. But I think people need to also understand that, if they're driving and, if they get pulled over and they've been drinking and a police officer, gives them a breathalyzer, and they're not 0.8, then he can give them a sobriety test and things like
Right,
that. too.
right. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the physical properties of alcohol. Keep in mind here, if you're watching us live right now, the number is at the bottom of the screen. You can just give us a call at the number,
312-738-1060.
And you know why you have to call right now?
Because we can't keep doing this all day. Only got like about 10 more minutes, so give us a call. 312-738-1060. You won't regret it. Call us now.
All right. Let me move a little bit along, just some backgrounds on federal law governing alcohol. The federal government really doesn't govern alcohol. The state of Illinois governs the alcohol. So what you drink and how you drink in Illinois may be different than, Wisconsin or Indiana. So we basically teach the Illinois version of the alcohol rules. So you get that in the class. Keep in mind, too, that alcohol is a drug. A lot of people don't realize that. It's a drug the same way as you would have cocaine or marijuana. Those are illegal drugs. Alcohol is a legal drug if you're over the age of 21. No one under any circumstances under the age of 21 should consume alcohol. It's against the law and it's actually a criminal charge. So if you're a young person and you get caught drinking, you could actually go and be locked up, put in jail for
Yeah,
it.
you can be arrested for that.
You can be arrested for it. So, or if you're an adult and you allow alcohol to fall into the hands of a young person, you're responsible. You can go to jail for providing that person alcohol.
Yeah, I remember there was a case a couple years ago where an adult, she bought alcohol and had some teenagers come over to her house, and they were doing like a little party. But the kids that were there at her house party that were drinking, they were not 21.
Right.
They were like 16, 17, 18. They were in high school. And the neighbors called the police. The police came, and she went to jail, and her husband went to jail for providing alcohol to minors.
Right. Well, that's because alcohol is the number one drug of choice in the United States. The alcohol has been along, for forever, even all the way back to biblical days. They had the Romans and stuff. Everybody had like some wine or something like that. So it's still around, probably will be still around. And it's socially acceptable in most places. And you look at all of these holidays where people routinely drink.
Yeah. New Year's, you got Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, especially on St. Patrick's Day, Cinco de Mayo, Memorial Day, July 4th.
Coming up.
You're coming up. Labor Day, Halloween, drinking on Halloween. I don't know, that's a little weird. Oktoberfest, Thanksgiving, Christmas, births and birthdays, and anniversaries.
Right. And keep in mind, too, some people, they just sit at home and drink. They don't need a holiday. They just like to sit at home and just get drunk or watching a TV. Sports or something like that. So we got to keep in mind that drinking is what we do in America, but we have to be careful because alcohol does affect the body in a certain ways. If you notice here on our figure here, it affects every part, everything from the brain all the way down to your stomach.
Yeah.
So you will be affected by the alcohol sooner or later. It also affects the brain. Like the young lady here is, she's kind of like going a little bit
Crazy.
Crazy.
Going bonkers.
Because one of the first thing that gets affected is a person's judgment.
Right.
That's why when people get a little, they get a little tipsy, they get a little drunk, you may end up with a customer or a person at your house or your party, and all of a sudden, they start going kind of nuts here. It's the alcohol affecting the brain. They can't help themselves. A lot of times, if they use too much alcohol, then they won't be able to help themselves, until they sober up a little bit.
Right.
So, it's not like a person wants to go out and drive a car, end up in jail or kill somebody, but they're drunk, they don't know.
They don't know what they're doing.
And a lot of times, people say, hey, well, these people are grown, I'm not a babysitter. Well, if you got them drunk, you are the babysitter.
If you're the bartender
If you're
and
the
you're
bartender,
serving
and you were
people
serving
that's
them,
intoxicated.
you're responsible for that person.
Right.
If you don't do anything to help them.
Right.
As long as you try to help them, if they refuse, that's a different story. I mean, you could, I guess, technically call the police.
Right.
Doesn't happen a lot, but technically you would have the right to call the police, or if they just leave on their own, you're not responsible for handcuffing the people. You can't do that.
Right.
However, as long as you were responsible and tried to help that person, then they're kind of responsible on their own.
Right.
Yeah.
And guys, you got any questions? Again, give us a call, 312-738-1060. The number's at the bottom of the screen there.
You're right, because we're running out of time soon, so give us a call. Want to run quickly through this? Alcohol also affects the heart. It affects the heart. It affects the liver. Affects even the pancreas. I didn't even know that until I started teaching this class. It also it's cancer risk. A lot of people didn't know that. If you've been drinking for 20, 30 years, you got cancer risk in various different parts of the body.
Yeah.
So so a lot of things can happen if.
But I can see that because, the alcohol is affecting the different organs, like in the body, which makes them more susceptible to the cancer.
Oh yeah.
I could see that actually happening.
Yeah, various different parts of the body become affected, and we don't want that. You know what? Also, a couple more. It also affects the immune system. If you drink a lot, or you just like alcoholic, you drink every day, all week, like that for months and months, you're subject to be sick from a number of things, even things like the common cold and things like that. Your immune system can be weakened.
Yeah, okay.
So it's not a good idea to be heavy drinkers. Again, because we're just about out of time here, just want to leave you our website. The video that you watched, that along with a few others, is on this website at www.p2online.org. You can go there, get plenty of information. This entire PowerPoint is there. You can download that along with a couple others. And then usually week by week we'll put new stuff up there, for you guys to get educated. And then also keep in mind that this Saturday our next class is coming up. Give us a call at 773-378-4195 and sign up, or you can sign up live on that website.
Right, and I want to add, the next class is not June 14th, it's actually June 29th.
Right.
That's on a Saturday from 12 to 4, this Saturday coming up.
This Saturday coming up. So, looks like we're about out of time. So until next week, have a great day. If we don't see you this weekend, have a good, safe week. We know that July 4th is coming up. That's 4th of July. Not only if you're not drinking, keep in mind there's going to be a lot of drivers out there drinking.
Yep,
so we want to be
on the road.
So you want to be safe for that. So until next time, we'll see you next week.
Have a good one.
Bye.